All right, it's 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. I have literally sent the entire team out into the hall because I came in here today and they were all screaming at me for one reason or another. Apparently, I'm going to have to get up earlier in the morning. I sleep a little late, and I come in here and the boys are all pissed off. So I checked out ronfez.net. Apparently, Roland schooled Eastside Dave today on the O&A show. I didn't hear the whole situation, but I pointed out yesterday, those guys, they went a little far with Roland. They got a little uppity with him, and he got pissed today. So I had an entire staff of screaming people when I walked in here, and I told them all to go out and catch their breath, and then I would talk to them. I did not hear this. If anybody else picked up on it, 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez. I would like to know if it was as bad as what I read online. That if Dave really got his ass handed to him that bad. But I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Here's John first. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I just wanted to give props to whoever picked the song. Kick-ass way to start the show, buddy.
That was Hicks. Yesterday we had to pull Mr. AOR off the job. Earl, he loves his classic rock. He's incredibly excited that Klaatu has got back together. They did some shows in England. And now, from what I understand, Klaatu coming to New York to play Madison Square Garden, which is an amazing feat. Here is, let me just, I'll have to go in dead here. But, let's go to Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Dave, he was pretty pathetic this morning. I was the first-time caller, and I listen to the show every day. I drive around and whatnot, but it was pathetic.
Dave got beat up bad?
Yeah, he really disappointed
me.
Now,
what started all this? What happened? I need to get up earlier.
Yeah, Roland came in, and he was just ragging on Dave and making comments. He was hoping their baby was going to come out and just be, pretty much retarded.
Oh, well, that's awful. That's a terrible thing to say. Now, again, I love O&A. They're on so damn early. They're on before noon. And I try to listen to the replays. That's where I catch them most of the time. Jarrett, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Roland told O&A that he hoped that Dave's baby was retarded.
That's it's crazy talk. This should be the happiest time ever for Dave. Ian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, what's up? Hey, I caught the tail end of it, but it didn't look good for Dave. He got owned bad.
It was bad, huh? All right, here's Tim. Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron, yeah, Tim here. Dave shit the bed. He really did.
He did. He shit the bed, huh?
Roland came out talking like a fucking fool, and I'll tell you what, having a kid of my own, you don't wish something like that on anyone. I don't care who it is. I mean, I got people I don't like one bit. I don't wish some... on anybody.
Obviously...
I don't want him having a kid like Dave.
Obviously, that seems insane. Here's Brad. Brad, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
He got his ass handed to him today. I'd never even heard Roland make a whole sentence before, and he made volumes kicking Dave's ass this morning.
Wow. Amazing. Here's Latin. Latin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Dave got his ass handed to him. I mean, Roland spanked him with a paddle.
Now, why would Dave let somebody hit him with a paddle?
Dave couldn't do anything about it.
Dave just got spanked with a paddle on there?
Yeah, he got beat down by Roland and spanked with a paddle.
Literally when I got here, and I tried to, I like to get here early. I got in a good 45 seconds before the show started, and I had Fez, Earl, Dave, and even Pitsy, who's normally my comm guy, all screaming at me. And I literally said, everybody into the office, let me get the show started and figure out what's going on. God, this is insane. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, it's Mike in PA. I just want to point out that the only Ron and Fez show came out of Roland's mouth this morning. Dave never said a word.
I'm sure Dave plugged. Dave didn't plug?
Nothing.
All right.
It was pathetic.
All right, thanks. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Eastside Dave got schooled by Roland physically and verbally. Roland came alive and talked like he never talked before. Finally came out of his shell.
All right, I'm going to let the guys come back in here now that I got some understanding that the boys, everybody come in. Everybody come on in. Here comes David, Earl, Fez is back in his routine. Pitsy was running the board, but I did not let him speak. David, what happened exactly?
Okay, first of all, I did not get owned by Roland. The master...
You got owned by him. Why would I hear 100%?
Because the Spin Masters, Opie and Anthony, recreate. They are masters at revisionist history, and
they know marketing and branding. Sure,
yes, they do, Mr. B.
Yeah.
And what they did was because the guy simply talked, everyone thought he's quote unquote owned me verbally. That's like saying that a fucking...
Why wouldn't I hear one person say, Dave, really?
Because they're sheep led by the master shepherds, Opie and Anthony Hughes. These fucking people...
Anthony Hughes?
Yes, Opie Hughes.
Or did those two get married?
Whatever the case is, Ron.
Yeah.
The fucking... It's like saying, a guy in a wheelchair finishes a 50-yard dash, and because he does that, he won the race. Well, you know what? That's the way they do it in Special Olympics, but we sure as shit don't fucking do it in real life. Roland simply was able to speak for the first time. So, if anything, people should call me the creator of Roland.
What was the big beef? The thing
he called my kid retarded. He said, I hope he gets a retarded child.
Right.
Oh, right.
But here's the thing. He doesn't have the power to do that.
That doesn't make any... That doesn't mean
You think
anything.
With his mind he could have something like that happen?
That's besides the point. You don't wish someone's child to be retarded, especially with my genes and my family, who do has a case of retardation, and some of my cousins and uncles.
Sure.
So it's very inappropriate to say it to me.
Have you been tested?
I have been. Secondly, I was in the office listening to some guy say something about a paddle. I fucking picked the paddle up and paddled that fat bastard's fucking...
Then why is everybody just saying the opposite? Why is everyone telling me the opposite?
Because they're being led by the noses by the master ringmen, Opie Hughes and Greg Cumia. And furthermore...
it's not Greg. It's Anthony.
Opie and Anthony, whatever. I'm just going to keep it simple. O&A. I'll just refer to them.
It feels like you're taking shots at O&A now.
I'm not. I am not. I have more than respect for them. I've said they're two of the four greatest hosts in the history of radio. But they fucking just simply say things and everyone believes them. There were people, I'm sure, who witnessed... I'm sure Pitts witnessed me winning.
I know that your buddy Pitts would probably be on your side, but I got my information from ronfez.net. I went and looked it up before, and everybody there who should be hardcore fans of the show said you got your ass beat.
They don't listen.
Now, they also said Roland went too far and that he's an awful person, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. They said you got your ass beat.
The only thing Roland beat me in is body odor and sardine-flavored coffee breath. Those are the only things. Physically, it's
a little late for your put-downs, Dave.
No, but
you had the opportunity for that earlier.
All the guy did was bear hug me, and all he did was actually speak for the first time. I spoke just as much as he did. I won that fucking fight. If anything, I kicked his ass. Sorry. If they say my kid's gonna be retarded, you'll get yours, baby. It's called karma. I swear to God, Roland, you will get yours. Karma is a bitch.
How's karma going to work? It's going to get him in the next lifetime? That's when you win the next lifetime.
No, but he'll develop retardation or he'll have a child.
That's not how karma works.
Well, I don't know all the ins and outs.
Why do people always use the word karma when they don't understand it? All right, here comes Black Earl. Earl, you were listening to this?
I was listening to this, and the thing that on my way in, the last thought I have going into the subway is Roland's going to take a shit on my desk. Yeah. Roland's big fat ass is going to take a dump on my...
Let me ask you this. If he did shit on your desk, how would anyone know? I guarantee you with the mess you have in there, you would never know about it.
But I always try to be professional. I'm the one guy who's always treated Roland with the utmost respect, and he wants to shit on my desk. I mean, how professional is that? He works for us. Shit. I'm walking.
I missed the shit part.
I'm walking.
I don't know. I didn't know that there was going to be shit.
Is there going to be like a big smoldering turn on my desk?
But there wasn't, right? First of all, both you guys are angry about things that didn't happen. A shit on the desk and the bad baby wish, which is not. It's
My
classless,
baby-
but it can't happen.
My baby hasn't been born yet. Who
I know,
knows?
but it can't happen.
May-
Roland does not have this ability.
I swear to God, Roland, if that fucking baby's retarded,
I
in
don't
May,
even say that.
I will fucking hunt you down, and I am not kidding. I am not joking right now, and Earl should be pissed. The shit thing is out of bounds.
Here's Colin. Colin, you're on Fez.
Oh, buddies.
Yeah.
Yo, man, even Opie gasped and basically told Roland that, cuz you went too far with the whole baby thing. I mean, and not much will shock Opie. I don't think I would have anything to do with it.
Absolutely, they do not. And I'll tell you this. It started yesterday with Paulo attacking him because Roland made a list and picked his favorite movie as Once. Now, again, it's just a person's idea. I saw the movie. It wasn't an awful movie. It was done very cheaply, and the guy pulled it off, and, that was Roland's favorite movie. So what?
Because he's stealing Paulo's bit.
It isn't stealing a bit. How is that stealing a bit? Top 10 list. Everybody has one. Yes, Fezzi.
Now, I agree with that caller. O&A aren't to blame. I'll tell you who is to blame.
Yeah.
I think it's Wicklin at XM.
Why?
The fact that it has to go to this level, cursing a baby, hoping a baby's retarded. Dave's a nervous wreck ever since he found out about this.
First of all, don't bring Don into this. Don doesn't care about this kind of stuff, or he would have helped Dave with that other problem he had. Dave never even got a call back from him, so that has nothing to do with anything.
But this is a workplace? This is a workplace where it can get to that level, where it can get that personal? This is what Wicklin allows?
Wicklin isn't in charge of any of that kind of stuff. Just leave him out of it.
But Roland works for us.
He doesn't work for me.
Well, he works for XM. He works for CTV. Taking a shit on someone's desk, that's professional. I want him out. I don't want him here. I'm making calls. I'm calling DC. I'm calling LA. I'm calling the office here in New York. I want blood.
What are you talking about, Earl? Well, blood for what? He didn't take a shit on your desk. He said he was going to.
The intention was there.
The intent was there. I mean, that's a professional atmosphere. Be professional.
The whole thing was out of line, and Roland went way too far. He went way over a line.
And just to clarify something as well, Roland had this big talk about, my baby being retarded before I even got in the studio. I had to learn it secondhand. So he's a real tough guy. Also, I challenged him to a slap boxing match on O&A show, and he chickened out. So again, it was all fucking smoke and mirrors by the host. I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming Roland. But nonetheless, Roland's a scumbag.
You got your ass beat.
I didn't.
I got it off from RonFez.net. I didn't even go to Whackbag because I figured they would be anti-Dave. But your own board is where I read about it at. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on RonFez.
Dave, yeah. First, Roland was provoked, and what they were playing for him was tape of you bashing him yesterday. You thought he was an easy target. You went after him.
I don't recall
that. That is true. That's true.
He took you to school.
He
didn't take me to school. He didn't take me anywhere.
Let me tell you something, my friends. Let me tell you a little story about a gentleman named Bumbler Ferguson. We used to call him Bumbler because he bumbled when he talked. He'd be like this. I want to make sure you get that dope. Every time so we called him Bumbler. And I used to tease him, and we would fucking hang out, and I'd bust his balls, and everybody's laughing, right? Mm-hmm. We're at this party. Some guy starts to fucking pick on him. Bumbler fucking turns on him and beats the shit out of him. He's pounding his fucking head on the fucking street. 4 guys are trying to pull him off. Bumbler's throwing them off. He's going out of his fucking mind insane.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
The point here is Bumbler got his balls busted by the guys he liked to get his balls busted from. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you see him fucking taking shit from O&A doesn't mean that the guy's a mark. He fucking grew up in the streets of New York City. He knows how to handle himself. O&A are busting his balls. He's having a little fun with it. All right?
Yeah.
You know who the real mark is?
Who?
A guy who can't fucking spot a carny. That's the real mark, my friend. You thought you had a fucking mark on the midway, and the son of a bitch knew what he was doing. He knew how to handle himself. So you're the mark. All you fucking guys are the marks.
I just don't know how. First of all, attacking a man's unborn kid? That is ridiculous. I mean, that
he didn't attack it. He said some jokes on O&A.
That's an attack as
they
far
weren't
as I'm
jokes.
concerned.
It went too far.
That's
they weren't
personal.
jokes.
That's personal. It's the only thing that's on my mind.
And I would expect, Don Wicklin.
Then Dave should have been able to handle him. Why couldn't Dave handle him?
I felt like I did. I screamed, I yelled, and then he just kept talking and talking. We were both talking over each other. Then he bear hugs me and sweats on me. That's not exactly beating my ass.
All right, here's Cruel Circus. You're on Fez.
Dave, you're full of shit. Did you not realize that the whole thing was on Pal Talk? Everyone saw you get dumped on your ass 3 times. He knocked you down 3 times.
What about when I got the paddle on him and knocked him down? What about how about when I knocked him?
Roland never went down. You put him in a headlock and then he threw you on the
exactly. I got him on his fucking knees. You guys might not have had fucking a full view on Pal Talk.
And then your big defense was, well, Polo will kick your butt in February. If you're gonna back Polo as your big defense for yourself, you lost, dude.
Seriously, you're like a bitch here today, Dave.
I am not.
Here's Charlie. Charlie, you're on Fez.
What's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody keeps overlooking the fact that Dave was begging for Poe to show up because he knew Poe would jump in between. So
oh, God.
You asked for Poe?
No. What I wanted, this was way before everything happened. I said, is Poe here?
What are you looking for Poe for?
I said, is Poe here because I wanted to attack. I wanted to, if things got physical, I didn't want him intervening. Just the opposite, sir. I didn't want Poe intervening.
Will, you're on Fez.
Yeah, man. Hey, buddies. I'm a huge fan of the show. I actually, prefer it. But, Ronnie, when are you going to surround yourself with men? I mean, I don't hear this. The guys on O&A, those guys, they're in the barrel all the time. You don't hear this level of whining.
I got to agree there. It's a lot of crying going on. It's a lot of crying.
I also would like to say that I have a fever.
And the only prescription is more cowbell? So your problem is you're sick, or you would have won?
Let me just say something. When you have a fever, and you can see my doctor's receipt, okay, from this morning, that when that happens, yeah, you're not going to be at full strength, but it doesn't matter because I still believe
I won.
No,
I didn't know this. So the excuse is you were sick. And the dog ate your homework.
That added something to it. You can see it on my face. But it doesn't mean that I didn't win. It doesn't mean I didn't take him down.
Let me tell you something, Ricky Hatton. It doesn't mean you're not a fighter, but you took a loss. That's all. You're 39-1 now. You got your ass beat. Now let's all go head back to Manchester and eat crow.
No, all I know is this. He has a job to do. He's not doing it.
Who's he?
Roland. Roland has a job to do. He has he should be seen, not heard, and I'm sending the tapes to CTB. I've had enough. I've had enough of them.
What is it about black guys constantly want to send tapes out? Why are you always taping things and sending it to people?
What is it? Let the proof is in the tapes. Let the tapes decide, and let CTB deal with Roland because
we don't fucking dime people out to their bosses. He fucking defended himself. Did he go too far by dragging in Dave's happiest moment in his life? Yeah, he did. But you know what? I still don't mean anything.
It means a lot. It means when you're saying your unborn child hopefully has Down syndrome.
But again, he can't. There's nothing. It means nothing.
How do you know? What if he prays for that to happen and God answers his prayer? I mean, I don't know.
Then that would be God doing it, not Roland.
But
we'll leave it up to God.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I agree. What's Roland doing in the studio anyway? He's supposed to book guests. Earl's right. That's his job.
But
why does XM and Wicklund allow him in the studio?
First of all, is that your show? It's O&A's show.
Right.
They can have in the studio who they want to have in the studio. All right? Here's a guy. He sat around. He's doing whatever he does. Dave got a little far, got a little uppity, and he figured out he fucking tagged the wrong guy. That's all. He tagged the wrong guy. All right, we got some tape from that today?
Yes, we do.
All right, let me see what we got. All right, here's the first. Go to one first.
Dave's an idiot, as we all know. I mean, I know. Big fan of his.
How could you call him an idiot during such a happy time in his life? He's going to be a father.
Well,
just announced yesterday that he's going to be a daddy.
Is he really?
Yes.
Well, I hope the kid's retarded.
Holy Jesus!
Oh no, you didn't!
I hope the word "I lost my baby" comes in a month.
Yeah.
That's for the song.
All right.
I'm glad you're playing this because I didn't hear that live.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to get my blood boiling for real. I get rushed into the studio, say, "Hey, here's Roland, fight him." I didn't get the fucking proper motivation. I didn't get that in my head. I didn't.
Because of the fever?
Because of the fever. If he was in front of me now, I would whip his ass, and I pray he takes me up on a slap boxing offer. I pray to Jesus.
All right. Let me hear two.
All right, so you didn't appreciate Dave taking a dig at you?
No, because I mean they damn like hey or call me saying hey we're gonna talk about you. It's just Sam texts me, just turn your XM radio. Then they start trashing me. The guy he's going, and then Fez going yeah. I don't feel well. Whatever. Stupid Earl going hello yeah. Earl does no movies. Go fuck yourselves.
I will say this: the guy's delivery. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's got good delivery.
You can barely hear him.
But I mean, he did have a pretty good impression of you and Earl.
That sounds nothing.
You made them sound like Muppets. They sound nothing like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good though.
Very inaccurate.
Still, it's pretty good.
No.
And look how Sam is behind it all. There's your Machiavelli right there.
I take it back.
Sam.
I take everything I said about Mr. Opie, Mr. Anthony back. It's fucking Sam. He's on my shit list now.
Yeah. Texting people. Oh, turn on XM.
I swear. And by the way, Sam and I used to be the closest of friends.
I know that.
We were the gateway between Ron Fez and Opie and Anthony.
I know.
And now guess what, Sam? You're out of my fucking life forever.
Forever?
Forever.
You're done with Sam?
I'm done with Sam. I'm done with Dan. I'm done with all of you.
Because of
Because you set this shit up. You set me up.
All right. All right, here we are. Let's go to number 3.
What about Ron Bennington?
I like him. He didn't trash me.
No?
No. Just Fez, Dave, and Earl.
Fez trashed you? What did Fez say?
What did Fez say?
He said I sound gay.
Well, look at the source.
I know. That's what I said.
You know?
I like that. I like what he said about me. I'm okay with him.
I never said that Roland was gay. He's on O&A making shit up now.
Yeah, but I did like that thing where he says he likes me. We got to give him a point for that.
And it's like trying to microphone a mosquito. Oh my gosh, all I hear is a buzzing when he talks. Like a gnat is flying around my ear.
Hi, I'm Roland. I'm a fat Jeff Van Gundy. By the way, so you can't shout over me now. This is all he said. I am Roland. I'm a fat fag. That's what he said.
He didn't say that.
Thank you for the translation.
That's what he said. That's the only thing he said. Just because he can shout and I could shout, two people shouting doesn't mean he wins. Why? Because he's a fucking Helen Keller with a penis?
It's a little late, Dave.
It's not
You're about fucking 2 hours too late.
These are the things that I said on O&A, but because he's also shouting and, he somehow wins.
Well, I hear O&A trying to fucking calm him down. Obviously, the guy was in a full rage. He was in a full rage. All right, this is, I guess, the fighting started taking place, physically fighting.
Throw him! He pushed him down again. Oh, God, no. It's the real fight. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Oh, Roland's got a paddle.
Roland's insane.
Roland's crazy.
We're learning that Roland is crazy. All right.
Oh, my God, Roland's
is
on
kicking
him.
Dave's ass.
All right, so that was when you were getting your ass beat.
Yes, and that is when
and
my
again,
fever.
I really do appreciate O&A trying to restore some kind of fucking order. That was fucking cool of them.
I didn't see that happening at all.
I do.
I saw them interpreting me beating him.
Earl, why are you pacing back and forth? What are you so angry about?
Because the guy's taking pot shots at me. I have never...
Why is it just you? It seems like it's Dave. What has this got to do with you? I've never even heard him say he shit on your desk.
I mean, that part, he was like, I was trashing. I never said a word about him in a disparaging
Yes, you
manner
did
on the air.
yesterday.
I never said a word to him
Yesterday
in a disparaging
you did.
manner. Never.
Over him doing his top 10 list.
I've been nothing but good to the man, and he just trashes me.
All right, here is Mike. Mike, you're on Running Fez.
Hey, Mike, I watched the whole thing.
You're Mike.
On Pal Talk.
Yeah.
Got his ass handed to him. Dave went into the studio clearly looking for a fight. Got his ass handed to him.
That's the big embarrassment, Dave. This happened on Pal Talk.
Let's see, because a 300-pound man, sweaty fat man, bear hugs you, he gets your ass kicked. Look at my face. It's as beautiful and pristine as ever. There's not a fucking black eye. There's not a bloody nose. There's nothing wrong with me.
Rocky, you're on Running Fez.
Dave, are you a fucking moron? Why would you even walk into the studio to begin with? It's a fucking lion's den in there. What were you expecting?
It is a lion's den, and you were not prepared for the fact that Roland was a lion.
No, it was a lion's den, and I came in like a hyena who sometimes beat lions.
Never.
Sometimes they do. I've seen the National Geographic Channel. I know that usually there's a pack
With that
of
weak back that they have, they wait for a sick, dying hyena. And that's lion. And that's what you thought you had. You thought you had an easy fucking kill. But I'm telling you right now, this is Roland. He's from the streets.
I saw at one point Steve, he sort of kicked me in the back of the leg.
So Steve was part of it?
He was part of it.
Taking shots at you?
Pretending that he was going to be a master Poe, but instead he kicked me in my shins.
All right.
So that was real fair. Let's see, two guys who weigh probably 700 pounds beating me 190. That's great. It's fair. It's fair.
So you're literally saying all this stuff went down?
This is what happened. This is what
a physical
happened.
attack.
A guy with a whole bunch of weight bear hugging you is not kicking your ass. Look at me. Am I even sweating? Look at me. I look great.
And this is what happens when a guy goes into a studio? It shouldn't.
Like a professional.
It shouldn't be a lion's den.
Thank you,
All
Fez.
right, let's go. This is where Dave got in some shots. 5.
I'm about seeing my penis, baby, when I piss. That's what I'm about. I'm about not having hair plugs like Jeff Van Gundy either.
Wow.
Oh, that was a hair plug joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Boom.
What are you doing mouth breathing like that?
Boom.
You were all blowing up.
Because the guy put his fat man breasts on my chest. Again, he didn't punch me. He didn't get any shots in. He just hugs me.
What are you so exhausted for, though?
I'm
You
exhausted.
sound like you were dying.
I'm exhausted because he gave me a fucking hillbilly gym thing. I think the guy wanted to make out with me, not fight me.
He's going to use what he has. Are you saying you can't physically take him? He's too big for you? He's not your weight class?
No, what I was saying is if you want a proper fight, a real man's fight, a slap boxing match, give it to me anytime. Anytime.
That's not where he excels. He does well on the mat. He wants to take you to the mat. That's his thing.
So how's a guy who's twice your weight just bear hugging you with fucking sweat on you?
So then maybe you shouldn't fucking start shit with somebody who's twice your weight. You're not ready to fucking back it up. He's going to grab you and he's going to own you. He shouldn't have to fucking limit his physical self. All right, let's go to 6.
2 1 3. I live 3 blocks away from Mr. Giovanni. I live 2.5 blocks away from Mr. Ledger.
Yeah, whatever.
If you goddamn give Mr. Ledger some goddamn
Are you making
respect.
fun of his marriage?
You give Mr. Giovanni some respect.
All right, the shot he took at the marriage was too much.
That wasn't even him.
That's too much.
That's fair.
All right, let's go into 7. And this is Dave, I guess, leaving with his tail between his legs.
With that Sopranos tattoo on your back.
My Sopranos tattoo is for my love of the Sopranos. Other people might think it was a lost bet. I don't look at it like that. I look at the glass half full all the time. That's what I got that you don't got. Passion, glory, and drive. Paulo's gonna kick your
Success and
ass.
money.
Oh!
What does that mean? Fucking success, money. I have it, baby.
Oh,
yeah, because I live 2.5 blocks away from Mr. Giamatti and he doesn't, so he's fucking jealous.
BCH, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
On a side note, am I the only one who finds it slightly ironic that Earl's accusing someone of not doing their job?
It is kind of ironic, Earl.
Yeah, but I'm not physically assaulting my coworkers.
Absolutely not. Earl's never raised a finger to me.
I mean, and the guy's job is to book guests and be kind of under the radar, not physically attack people, not hit people with paddles, not.
How do you know what his job is? You're not his fucking boss. You're not in charge of him.
I'm pretty sure
you took an
CTV.
ass beating today.
I didn't.
You know what? There's no fucking dishonor in that. You took an ass beating.
Do you see the bruises on me?
No, but you took a verbal ass beating too.
Right
you took
there.
a verbal ass
I got
beating.
a couple jokes
The guy's
off right
fucking
there.
quicker than you. So what?
I got 2
He's a
great
little
ones.
faster than you. Let it fucking flop. Don't even deal with it.
And he's also faster than me when, let's see, E-Rock is handing him Post-its of one-liners. Yeah, that's a great thing. That's good. Good. Have your little puppet E-Rock hand you fucking Post-its of things to say.
So you saying that E-Rock came up with the awful stuff about the baby? Here's Steve C. Steve, could you come in, buddy?
Sure.
Grab a seat, my friend.
Hi, Ron.
What exactly happened in there today?
Roland is a reserved, quiet, mild-mannered individual, but he's like a mongoose.
Right.
He's really like a jungle cat if you really prod him the wrong way. And that's really what happened today, Dave. he elicited this visceral response from this fierce individual, and that's what we saw today.
Roland is a street guy. He's had to live on the streets of New York City. He didn't grow up down there in the suburbs like you did, with mom driving him back and forth to work, to school. He had to take care of himself. Now he's an easygoing guy, but if pushed, he's going to take it to the limit. Yeah. Everybody to the limit.
Then fine. Maybe that's what separates me and Roland. The fact that I have class and I have professionalism. And that's the two things that define me as a worker for XM. And the fact that he would sandbag me like that and just trying to hug me, I feel hardly
physically what took place, Steve. I understand you understand.
There was the equivalent. It was a trouncing, really. It was embarrassing. It was Dave tried very hard, and I've heard Dave in the past. He's very impressive on the Ron and Fez show. He really lost his cool.
Yeah,
he lost his cool, and it was.
You were a fighter who went up against a boxer today. That's what happened. You got counterpunched. You got taken down. He found your weaknesses. He went for it.
This is coming from a person who was supposed to separate us and kicked me in the shin, Mr. Steve C. of
Is that true, Steve? Did you purposely kick him in the shin?
No, I did not kick Dave in the shin. Dave tripped while he was getting trounced by Roland. And,
I don't recall that at all.
And may have connected his face with the floor, But as far as me tripping him, no.
It was 2-on-1s,
I certainly
3-on-1s the whole
certainly
time.
wouldn't do that. I was simply trying to make sure that.
Here's what you got to do, Dave. You got your ass beat.
Yeah.
You get up. You fucking hold your head high and you walk down the street again. So what?
I will.
You got taken down. So what? You got your ass whipped.
I don't feel like I
Roland
did.
beat you. Roland's funnier and faster than you. So
he's
what?
Not. No, he's not. No, he's not. He just.
It happens.
Screams. He yells.
It happens.
I gave birth to Roland today. For that, people from Roland to the.
You brought out the best of them. There's no doubt about it. You brought out the best of them.
I'm fucking Bill Parcells.
You should feel good about it.
I go to a football program. I turn the shit around.
All right, then that happened. You brought out the best. So what?
Doesn't mean that the mentee always will beat the mentor. And I swear to God, next time, Roland's going down.
If I was you, I'd stay away from him. I just fucking let this thing just ease down.
Yeah, Dave, Roland's an animal. I don't know if you want to do that. He's.
I heard him today. He was unbelievable.
I'm going to take some time to prepare, but I'm telling you, he wasn't unbelievable.
Take a year. Take a year for yourself.
All he did was shout and say sentences in complete forms, using proper adjectives and adverbs.
No, next time you should do that.
I've been doing it for 27 damn years.
I'll tell you something, Dave. It's always the guys that don't advertise that are the ones that you have to look out for. It's always the guys that don't project all of this outward emotion that you have to watch out for. And Roland, who's the mousiest, nicest, sweetest individual.
Oh, baloney.
In every dealing I've ever had with him, and I have to deal with him every single day, just exploded into this ball of fire because you needled him just the right way.
He was Michael Douglas. He had all he could fucking take. Then he just fucking forget about it. I'm going to go through and I'm going to kick a little ass here.
Okay, I didn't need him at all. He made fun of my pregnant child. He never
Your child's not pregnant.
He never got
I hope not. That's babies raising babies then.
He never got my Slash book signed.
Yes, he did.
E-Rock did. But they asked Roland, and Roland didn't. And it was up to E-Rock to fucking get that book signed.
It's Roland's job to get Slash in the studio.
You know what? Yeah, it's no one's fucking job to get gimmicks signed for anybody.
It was a book. It's how hard is it to do? S-L-A-S-H.
You're being a baby now. Is that where this all comes from, Slash?
No. It started with Slash, and then, and then he steals Paulo's thing. He steals Paulo's thunder.
Paulo has been lax. I haven't even used him in 2 weeks. Paulo didn't even see the movie once. Roland did.
Then he tries to shit on Earl's desk, and he acts like a complete...
Well, he couldn't shit, luckily. Luckily for all of us, he was bound.
Yeah, he was backed up. He had a lot of protein this morning.
So again, we drop it, we move on. It's done. You lost. Period.
I'm not taking the loss. I'm not taking it.
It's going in the column. That's now in the loss column.
It can go in the column.
Here is Jim. Jim, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Yeah.
My only problem with Roland's comments today is, okay, so Dave said some shit about Roland yesterday. Big deal. But to sit there and say that he hopes he gets to call in a month that she lost the child. Come on, that's
It's too much. It's too far.
You're playing with the big boys. I agree with you there. I would never make that fucking joke in a million years. I wouldn't say that to Ava Braun. I hope you lose the baby.
You know, we were fucking riding high after yesterday.
Yesterday was a beautiful day for all of us.
We cheersed on Pal Talk with apple cider. Tonight we were going to go celebrate even further with Mr. Andy Rooney at the Writers Guild party, Christmas party at the Friars Club, and then this fucking shit has to happen.
You going to the Friars Club tonight?
Tonight, I was going to go, Ron, and now I'm not even sure what the fuck I'm going to do. I might be going out there fucking putting my scope on Roland. He better watch himself.
And you don't have a scope. You don't have a gun.
To talk shit about Earl like that, my brother in arms, fuck him, man. Fuck him.
Yeah,
Earl, what's your move now?
I'm sending the tapes to CTB. Let
You're
them
not
figure
sending
it
the
out.
tapes.
Why can't I send the tape?
Because that's fucking Al Sharpton's move. And this ain't a fucking show of Al Sharpton's.
This is blatant disrespect. It's blatant insubordination. It's blatant.
I know, but would you want everybody running back to your boss, sending everything to Elo every time that you fucking refuse to do anything? And you do?
But, I mean, there's a certain line. I mean, there's a certain code and there's a certain line. This went
Yeah, we don't do that.
beyond
We don't fucking narc each other.
That's
like if a fucking guy beats you for fucking dope. What are you going to do? Call the cops and fucking let him know he's dealing? No, you got to get fucking even your own way.
XM needs to know that Dave's in this nerve.
XM doesn't even know the fucking anything's happening here. They put Wiki on it.
Where's he been?
He's got his own stuff he's dealing with.
What does he got to do?
He should be handling this.
What does he got to do? He got to oversee the women's channel. Hi,
All
I'm
right.
Don Wicklin.
All right, stop
I'm going to
it.
oversee
Stop.
the women's
Just
channel.
do me a favor.
Good
Stop. You're just all upset.
Hi, my
Don's a
name-
good guy. He's just got his own stuff that he's dealing with.
I have to worry about
All right,
manila
so what I
envelopes.
just
He needs to deal with this.
I just asked everyone to stop. I just asked everyone to stop. Now we can move on. All right? You take the fucking loss like a man. Take it like a man. Don't act like you never have your ass beat before. It happens some days.
I got my ass beat plenty of times, Mr. B. But I ain't afraid.
This morning.
I ain't afraid to admit it when it happens.
Jeremy, you're on Run of Fez. Go ahead, Jeremy. What do you do? Fall asleep on us? Here's what I want you to do very quickly. Just, I think it's 3. Let me hear 3 again.
What about Ron Bennington?
I like him.
All right, that's plenty. That's all I really want to do.
All right,
that's the part. Send that off to CTB.
But then he goes on.
Huh?
He goes on from there.
Leave that. I want that as a drop.
Being led around by the noses of Opie and Anthony, who are brilliant men. Brilliant. But see, Roland was too stupid to realize what they're doing to him.
What are you talking about?
They're
What did they do to him?
They set him up like a wild dog.
I'd set him up to win? What are you talking about?
Revisionist history, in my opinion.
How did they set him up?
They set him up.
Did they write a funny song about him? No, you did.
I did. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then you got your ass beat today.
Right.
Take it like a man. All right, here's Anthony. And how you doing, buddy?
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
I'm sorry I missed it today. Apparently it was quite the brouhaha.
Quite the brouhaha, indeed. The only thing I can equate this to, as far as Roland goes, is you ever read those stories when a family buys a dog, and it's all nice, and you're petting it, and it's a loving dog, and then out of nowhere, it lunges at Grandma's throat and kills her on, like, Thanksgiving.
Sure.
That's
I had that
what
dog.
Roland did. I have never seen Roland like that in my life. He has been the mild-mannered Roland, very soft-spoken, stuttering, could barely get a word out. And then I guess he had a problem with Paulo, because Paulo was giving him some shit yesterday.
About the movie once,
about
which
the movie.
it wasn't an awful movie either.
Yeah, so we were going back and forth on that, and I even said, I go, Roland's not a film reviewer, but I think he's seen more films than Paulo, and Paulo is kind of known to be a bullshit artist, and I was goofing on Paulo's movie and the fact that he was trying to put it in the same sentence as he's coming out in February for the Oscars and hopes that his movie gets screened. And
right.
It was just one of those things like, So Roland started going off on that. And then out of nowhere, he turned like on everything. You know, like when you're trying to pull the dog off of grandma.
Right.
And now he turns and starts biting the guy that's trying to pull his collar up. He starts going off on Dave because apparently he didn't like the song that Dave made.
Right. Well, what was not to like?
Well, there were a couple of things in there that could be considered insulting, but truly innocent fun. Then, when Roland came out talking about their unborn child,
right,
that's where the line got drawn. That was where we if I'd have gone, I'd have put him down because that's when the dog had to be put down.
Like Old Yeller.
See?
Like Old Yeller.
Great man. Like Old Yeller. Yeah, you love the dog. You raise him. You see he's great with everyone, with the kids. But then the second he lunges at the family members and starts drawing blood like that, you got to put him down. So when he said that, that's where I went, whoa, that's the line for me. I would only wish Dave the absolute best in being brand new parents.
Thank you,
and
Mr. Anthony.
When I heard him make that statement, it was completely out of line.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
But
You're classy.
And
unlike
again,
Roland.
I understand. But what are we? Are we men of science or are we men of superstition? Roland does not have the abilities with his mind to say what could happen to a baby. I know a lot of people probably want a Beanie to have a normal baby,
Right.
but she had you.
Okay.
So I don't
doesn't
think prayers have anything or wishes or
Right.
jinxes. We don't give into this.
I think there is something about wishful thinking, and it can come true. And
I'd have a better show. I'd have a better staff. Yeah, I would have a better staff if that were true.
But it's just it's not the right thing to say, regardless of if it'll have an effect or not.
Right.
That's just, oh my goodness gracious.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony.
That was a little too far. And,
Now-
but now getting back to the whole picture without anything personal in there, Dave, you did get your ass handed to you.
I didn't see it that way.
Perhaps you were flustered a little by his relentless attack with any weapon at his side. There, it was just horrible.
The guy's a battler. You got to give him that.
I've never seen him like that. Never.
Well, I mean, to put his stomach on another man, I don't see how that's necessarily ass whooping. And when I challenged him to slap boxing,
You're saying the same stuff over and over, and it doesn't make up for the fact that you lost, Dave. That's what's kind of pitiful.
Judges' cards
Yeah.
came in with you losing.
Yeah, you were on somebody else's home turf. You came away with no win. Deal with it. Act like a man. Now, what about this, Ant? Earl's now saying he wants to send the tapes and send them to CTB like he's suddenly Al Sharpton.
Earl's trying to get himself injected in this situation. He was a 2-minute part of it.
Right.
Roland wanted to shit on his desk. It probably would have been the most constructive stuff that crossed his desk in years.
Funny.
And he's trying to inject himself into this situation now when
He doesn't belong
really
there.
it was a side note. It was nothing. And now he wants to send tapes. Listen, you rat. You don't send tapes.
We don't do that in this business.
First of all, tapes can be taken out of context and everything else. We're on the.
We all know this. We all know
And
this.
you're a radio guy. You know we don't have tapes.
Is he? That's where you went too far by calling him a radio guy. I don't think that we can prove that Earl's a radio guy. He's around radio, but he's not one of us.
I meant like the movie radio.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay. Got you. Oh, yeah. Black.
Yeah.
All right. So then that's taken care of. No tapes. You lost. So what?
Fine.
Everybody moves on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Everybody, are we square?
I think we're square here.
I'm
I think
square
it
with
happened.
you. I'm square with Anthony and Opie. I'm square with them because they're good. But I'm not.
Why don't you do this?
Yeah.
One day, it might happen tomorrow, might happen 6 months from now, you jump Roland. You physically, you come down out of the ceiling panels and you land on top of them, and then you try to get even.
Can I just real quick say?
His own people's
Yeah, and that's where we sell it, in the squared circle.
That's
we
where
don't go to bosses like babies.
If Mr. Wimpy, a.k.a. Don Wicklund, allows me to, I'd love to do that. The thing is, I also didn't want to punch the guy because I thought, I'm going to get fired. He's got nothing to lose. He doesn't work on 202. I do. So
No, you don't either. If you really go by what you do all day.
Right. But you know what I'm saying. I get a paycheck from them. But Don, I don't think Don would appreciate it. Don likes...
All right. You know what? You're not
even
Fez.
know.
You're not going to get away with ball busting Wiki. Fez can get away with it. You're not going to be able to get away with it.
Don.
Don Wicklund?
Yeah.
Wicklund?
Yeah, he thinks
Do you
he's
know the
pulling
name?
him into it.
Are you familiar with the name?
Rather than give him...
I remember seeing, I think, a name tag somewhere on a janitor's uniform when I was in Washington.
I'm so afraid of
That's
catering.
That's harsh. I stop. Seriously, stop. I'm not fucking around with you, Dave. You got to be able to protect yourself.
All right.
Yeah. All right, gents. Well, again, Dave knows. Dave, you know I love you.
I love you. I love you.
I'm a
flat out.
We're
Flat out.
good friends.
I do. I love that man.
Yeah.
And he was so nice after
So
the show.
you losing in front of him must have really been humiliating for you. Seriously, that had to be the worst.
I don't think he would have given me as nice of a hug if I had truly gotten trounced.
And I'll tell you this about Roland. I got to say, I respect the guy. I respect him for what he did today.
Well,
how do you respect him? He wished for a miscarriage or a retardation at the very least.
I'm talking. I don't mean that. That was him getting carried away. I mean him actually being able to physically beat up Dave. Dave's half his age and half his weight, and he was able to pull that off.
I don't know. Is there? Could Dave set a little rumor for me too? Are you going to stop drinking the whole time?
Yes, he will.
No.
Yes,
Where
he
did you
will.
hear that rumor?
Okay.
You should, though, to support.
Me and you are going to have so many shots on Saturday night, the Ron Fez Christmas party, Studio B, Williamsburg, starting at 9 o'clock. Me and you, Mr. Anthony, are going to have 7 shots of Jägermeister each.
See, because that's what I want to do. I want to have a few drinks with you.
Yeah.
Maybe end up me and you in the bathroom throwing up together.
Or doing fucking bumps.
That's what we're going to do.
Why don't we do this? Saturday night, one night only for Christmas, we all do bumps.
Okay, I'm in.
Because we've never had that experience.
I'm in. Fuck it. After today.
The only bumps me and Dave would be doing in the bathroom are bumping our head trying to get over the toilet.
You want to do this? Speedballs? We fucking Belushi? We bring in the new year with a Belushi?
Count Mr. Mean at the end. We're in.
Yeah.
Saturday night, Ron Fez party.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, speedballs all the way around. All right, Ant, talk to you later.
Take it easy, Jack.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, so that's Steve C., Anthony, all believe you got your ass handed to you and all believe that you deserved it. Period.
Well,
Done.
you know, they have
Done.
blinders on.
Earl, you stay out of your bitch work. No tapes go out to anybody.
I don't think it's right. That's not right.
There's a lot of things in your life that aren't right. This is just another one. This is just another thing for you that isn't right.
I mean, but it's
you know what would
so
be
not
great
fair.
if someone sends an anonymous tape to them and now everyone blame Earl. We will never, because no one else would ever think of it. If you want to get Earl beat up, all you're going to do is send an anonymous tape to Roland's bosses.
Don't even put that out there.
Everything's done. Boom. It's all over. Squashed it. Everybody feels better now, and we move on.
I don't feel better, but
I don't
I'll
feel
move
so
on.
great.
I'll move on.
Fez, you look great. I'll say you that. I'll tell you that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that
You
much.
look like $1 million today.
Thank you.
Look at you walking around. You look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Walking? That's the only...
Nice.
No, I'm just trying to get him. Look how quickly you get him in a good mood. You tell him that he's doing good. He feels
Appreciate it.
fantastic. You know?
I'm feeling better. I've
Yes.
dropped 7 pounds.
You what?
I've dropped 7 pounds.
What'd you do? Take a big shit this morning?
No. My cardiac rehab gym class.
That's another thing. Somebody go in and shit on Earl's desk. No one will believe it wasn't Roland.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Nah, that little shit of yours. Fucking, it's like a rabbit shit on.
We would know.
Yeah. Those fucking pellets you're dropping. No, I'm not going to any of these mean things. Here's Chad. Chad, you're on Ron and Fez.
How's it going, Ron Fez?
Yeah.
Love the show, guys.
Thanks.
Dave, congratulations again on having a baby on the way. And
Thank you.
All I want to say is don't lower yourself to his level. You
Okay.
know you got class. Don't worry about him.
Thank you.
I've had my ass beat a few times, but don't worry about it. You know you've got higher stature than him. Just let it be. You know that you've
All
got
right,
him.
stop it,
His
Chad.
feet
You sound like Beanie.
Thank you,
right
Chad.
now. It's ridiculous talk.
I appreciate those words.
All right, we are going to send one tape to Roland's boss. This is what we're going to send him.
What about Ron Bennington?
I like him.
That's plenty.
That's it?
I want his boss to
That's all CTB's getting?
I want him to get that. Seriously, I think it's important that they do. And remember, if anyone was behind all this stuff, it was Sam.
Yeah.
We ought to separate him from that girlfriend, and she should date someone else.
Fuck it, bring her into me and Casey's apartment.
Really? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're.
No?
Yeah, that was so over your head. That would be so over your head.
What were you thinking, too? Just so we're on the
Just
same
so you
page.
know, yeah.
No.
I'm not always sure what you're thinking.
You're never sure.
I know.
You know why? I
That's
have adult thoughts.
You're right.
I have adult thoughts.
That's the problem.
And you're feeling better now, right?
I do.
You didn't feel good?
Well, fucking
That's
Chad.
how you're
Chad.
feeling.
Well, I feel good. Do I really look good?
You look good. Both you guys look good.
tell you.
Earl, you
Really?
look good. How you
feel
feeling?
good.
Still pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's feeling good.
I feel good.
better.
Yeah.
I tell
Sure.
you really turned me around on this thing.
Yeah. It's all done.
All right.
That's simple.
All right.
I didn't think anyone had noticed the weight loss.
Huh?
I didn't think anyone had noticed the weight loss.
I thought you were having another heart attack. Like.